Hi Taurus, I hope that you're all doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. It's interesting, this has not happened to me before, but I had one of the cards in the deck actually flipped the other way around, and it's the Two of Wands. That feels significant. The Two of Wands is about planning something out. It can be that, like, you took a particular approach, or you took an opportunity, and it's something that I'm hearing is now set in stone. This can be something that, like, you've initiated or you've committed to, and now you're taking a next step. I'm even getting something about spoken word. I'm getting something about Mercury here. I'm seeing a bird. Interesting. You may even... I'm getting a 0, but it seems like there was a countdown even to something. And I'm hearing, and now you're here. For anybody new, my name is Gabriella. I channel as well as interpret the tarot cards. Yeah, something that you've been working on, somebody you've been working with. This can even be a part of your own being. Like, I'm seeing even a part of your nature that may have been like more stubborn, or may have been more closed off to something. And there's a sense now of opening yourself up. But I'm getting that this part of you that may have wanted to be closed off, it seems like it was a reaction to something, to someone, to an experience that you had that had you feeling like you needed to protect your energy, or that you couldn't open up in a particular way. But I'm seeing something about like your openness and your acceptance, and addressing this aspect of you that could have felt more rigid. Something is being worked on right now. And this is also something that's going to help you like have better experiences, better, like, a more desirable perception of the experiences that you're having within your interpersonal relationships. I'm looking at the 8 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. What I'm getting is that there could have been like somebody in your life that was within the energy of the 5 of Swords, and this is somebody that's like closed off. They're not so much a team player. They're someone that like you can't really rely or depend on this person, because they're very concerned with like themselves, and they may kind of put you last, and you don't find like the type of support that you're looking for from them. And because of this experience that you had, you could have kind of taken that on in a particular way. And I'm seeing like something that like you may have taken on because of you experiencing this thing. There's a sense of like cracking this open now. So I'm seeing you just be more open in general, like maybe even a sense of like forgiving certain people, forgiving yourself for certain things. It feels very much like some sort of reaction that you had, and like why you turned to certain coping strategies that are now being addressed, because they're ones that may have like closed you off from connecting with other people in the ways that you wanted to. And I'm seeing a softening here for you. I'm hearing Libra. I am aware that this is a Taurus reading, just so you know, but I was hearing Libra. And now I'm looking at the Fool. Yeah, starting something new, a new adventure. But this could have been something where you were like, I'm very comfortable where I am. I don't know about all that. You could have like been feeling a bit unsafe with something that you were doing, or maybe just, I'm hearing something about the narrative. Could have like maybe felt closed off to something that was being opened up to you. But I'm looking at your attitude kind of changing. Like there's a sense of, I'm getting this part of you that may like look at things and be scrutinizing in a certain way, or like that's foolish, or I'm not going to get involved with that, whatever this is for you. There's this sense of like the Fool calling over to you, and the Fool is somebody that's like, I'm excited for this new adventure, let's see where things go. It doesn't have to be a particular way, I just want to see like where this path is leading me. And it looks like because of this, part of yourself that you've been working on that is like more shut down to certain experiences. You're going through some sort of awakening, even, I'm hearing right now, and it's something that's allowing you to be like more open to like these new adventures, whereas maybe before, because you felt uncomfortable with particular things that were being opened up and offered to you, you were kind of dismissing them because you felt like comfortable where you were. Like, I'm seeing the Five of Swords be more a stubborn energy where it's like, I don't want to try that new thing, or like, I'm not really interested in that. And now there's a sense of exploring here that I'm seeing with the Fool. So this can be a new chapter that you're stepping into. It can be a new activity that you're doing. Some of you, you're meeting new people. I'm even hearing something about resources here. Maybe new hobbies. It can even be like trying new foods, stuff like that. For those of you that had somebody come into your life that was kind of an unwilling participant in some ways, because if this energy that we're describing is not yours, this can be somebody that you've been experiencing life with currently. It would be somebody like quite closed off. Like if you are the Fool here in this scenario, and I'm talking about the card, I'm not calling you a fool. If you are, this would mean like there's somebody around you that you may have like been trying to get them to engage in something. For some of you, even swimming, you could have been trying to get this person to engage in something, and it's like they did not want to. They were comfortable. Like, I'm even getting somebody that like may have a small life, but maybe that's what they're comfortable with. Like, maybe they don't go out and do a bunch of things and they're kind of shut down. Like, I'm even getting a hermit type of vibe from this person. And like, you may have tried to encourage them to engage in certain things, but I'm seeing them like not want anything to do with that. I'm seeing a very, very closed off energy. And you may also be like understanding the mentality that this person is in, where they're not really open to these new things. I'm also hearing new exchanges, and I'm seeing something that you may feel impacted by, like, oh, I wish that you were more open to this, or I wish whatever. And this is a time for you to understand and accept like what's actually going on between you and this person, and that you may have some unrealistic expectations of this person that like they're not going to fill in for you. So this is time to analyze what models and expectations you're holding on to that are not realistic in relation to this person and how they're going to be living and how they're going to be acting. Because it's almost like you're going on this adventure and you wanted to bring somebody along with you. And it's like, you can do your best to try to like drag them through, but I'm just seeing that they don't want to. And I think this is a moment where you can allow somebody the space that they need, and like create some sort of safety within that for them, where you're not pressuring them to act or behave in a way that they're not ready to. And as much as that can be disappointing and off-putting and upsetting, because like maybe you feel like they could be happier, or that they could be living their life differently, or that like you found this to be something so important to you, so like maybe they will too, you know, maybe they could find the type of relief that you did. Whatever it is for you, this is about not projecting onto this person. It's about recognizing that this is where they are, and it's not your job to be taking on somebody's karma or to be pushing somebody through something that they're unwilling to do. And I'm seeing an unwilling energy. And as I said before, even though like you may have expectations of this person being different, that's something that you're putting on to them, and it's not something that they're going to be fulfilling for you. I'm seeing something with animals here. I'm getting something about an animal spirit. You may also have gone through some type of situation that you feel like you could benefit this person, but they are not, as I said before, they're not open to your energy, to like the influence of your energy. This is somebody very closed off. So even though like you may have gone through something similar to them and you feel like you could coach them through something, I'm seeing this person like not be about it. Because I'm even seeing like how you have transformed through the painful experiences that you've had and how you've like come through it with your third eye open. I'm seeing like this transition that you've made. And I'm seeing that like maybe that's how you connect with this person because of some sort of even pain that you share with them. And so you can also empathize with where they are. However, like you can lead a horse to water. I'm kind of getting that vibe here with this person. I think this is about knowing like where the line is between like being encouraging to somebody and being supportive and being like, if you want to tag along, I'd love for you to come, versus being forceful with them where it's like, oh, if you don't come, I'm not going to talk to you then because you're not doing what I want you to do, you know? Because as much as like maybe you could be seeing something that like maybe you don't think this other person is seeing, um there's still a need to like respect what this person wants, to respect their wishes. For some of you too, it's like, how do I have this person in my life, trying to work that out when like in a way they're not willing to live up to my expectations and what I want from them and of them. Because I'm seeing it's like sometimes maybe you feel one way towards this person and then other times you feel a different way because of the way that they're behaving. But it seems like related to like whether or not maybe they're doing what you want. And this is something to look at too. Like are you looking at this person through a lens of conditionality, or is this something where you're like, you know what, no matter what you want to do or you don't want to do, I still love you, and like maybe you can't come along with me on this venture and that's just okay? Because there's like something going on in the heart space and it seems like some sort of opposition that you're experiencing with this person, and it's putting you in a place where you're like, I don't really know how I feel about this, or like maybe you're feeling conflicted even. But I am seeing something that's been addressed. Like I'm seeing something that like has been going on for quite some time, some sort of like step or process that you've been going through with this person, like something that a lot of your energy has gone into, especially when it comes to like feeling a sense of like both internal conflict and external conflict with this person. But it's something more so that maybe like you're recognizing is internalized a lot now, and how it's related to like the emotional experiences that you're having with this person. Yeah, it's like uncovering how you feel. It really does seem like some of you, it's like even it's an even like more difficult feeling because of like maybe the particular position that this person has in your life. It's like, oh, they're my parents, so they're supposed to act like this, or it's my boss, so they should be acting like this, or it's my child, so they should be doing that. It's like even something specific with like the role that this person plays in your life, and how you are like assigning them certain things based off of like the dynamic that you have with them, or more so like the social role that you expect them to play, which can be hard because that means you may be unlearning something that it's like movies say a parent is always supposed to act like this with a child, or that a child is always supposed to act like this with a parent, you know, stuff like that. So it seems even like something that you're unlearning and maybe being able to see through the lens of like what's going on with your life and looking at it with less judgment than you had been before, and like more love towards this person, even if they're not living up to your expectations, and being able to still hold on to that feeling of like caring for them even if they're not doing what you think they should be doing, or behaving how you think they should be behaving, or seeing what you think they should be seeing, you know, or coming to the same conclusions as you have. I'm seeing even like a fire energy for you, where it's like you may want to take action in certain ways, and based off of like the unwillingness of this person to like go along with like how you think things should be, that may be like causing some sort of friction with you too. It's like, I want to make this move and I want to make this move, and it's like I'm seeing some sort of tension even that's developing with you, and then I'm seeing it even like transition into you feeling like depressed or unwell in some sort of way, because there's like something that you want to express but maybe feel like it's not the time and place, or something isn't going successfully with this person as far as like what you wanted to happen. And so now like that energy needs to go somewhere. Like you may be looking into some sort of like creative outlet for yourself, or something where you can expel this energy, because I'm seeing this situation may be like building something for you related to the heart chakra. I just saw the lights dim a little bit. There's definitely like something energetically happening between you and this person, but it looks like you may become increasingly frustrated, and so this is an opportunity for you to like maybe disengage a little bit from this and like find some like a further outlet or something that you're going to get involved in, where you can channel this energy and like the frustration that you're experiencing it, and do it in a healthy way. Because you could even feel like your health has been affected by this, because you want to express yourself in a certain way and maybe you haven't like had the opportunity. For some of you, there's like a sense of loneliness or disappointment because of like how you feel towards this person. There's a sense of like feeling like you're losing somebody that maybe you had this perception of things being a particular way, and you're realizing that maybe they're just different than what you had thought. And I'm seeing you feel hurt by this, but it's because of the expectations. So this is about dropping any unrealistic models or expectations and accepting things for what they are. Some of you may even be looking into the practice of non-attachment. And like non-attachment does not mean like you don't care about anything. It's much more complicated, and that is not what it's about. So yeah, some of you may be looking into certain things when it comes to like acceptance, and also dropping unrealistic or inaccurate models of people. Because it's going to help you adjust much better, and you're not going to be holding on to like all of this stuff that's pent up right now. Because it's like this energy has to go somewhere, and you can find a productive way to channel this, and you're not going to be like carrying, I'm even getting like sludge that you're carrying just based off of what's going on with you and this person. That's not to say that this is easy. Like I'm seeing something that like personally would be very difficult to go through. Like I'm seeing like a quite difficult interpersonal connection that you have with this person. But I'm seeing this as something that's going to potentially, if you wanted to, incorporate this into your personal work and growth that you're doing, and I'm seeing you will come out on the other side of this like feeling so much more at peace. Like this is really a great opportunity for personal growth here. Which like while we're going through it, it is not particularly fun. But when you come out on the other side, there's a sense of like graduating from something difficult that you've been going through. And actually realizing that this was necessary for you to actually obtain something that you want. And for some of you too, you've been trying to force a situation that if this were a different person, it would be something that worked out, and maybe that's also something that you're looking into too. Because if this is like a friend or a partner or something like that, where there's like an interchangeable type of role, like you may actually be deciding that like maybe somebody doesn't fit for like a particular role for you. Like maybe this person isn't the type of person that can fit into a partner role for you, and you're going to be looking for somebody else or looking for something else. Or it's like you're dating this person and you're realizing that maybe you aren't as compatible as you thought that you were, and that you can actually find what you're looking for. It's just not going to be with this person. But this can even be for business too. It can be for anything. I'm just looking at Uranus here. I'm seeing both the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords. This looks like it's even getting to a climax, and I'm seeing something is going to be ending. You're going to be making this happen, I'm seeing. This could have also been a situation that, like, in the beginning it was very different than what it has become. So this is also about, like, seeing through the lens of what it is now rather than, like, what it was at a time maybe when things were just great. Because I'm seeing, like, with the place that you are in now, there could be a sense of being like, well, maybe it'll change back to how it was or whatever it is. Or, like, how did it get this way? You may be kind of like catching up your perspective into like what's going on right now between you and this person, and what do you want to do moving forward. Is this something you want to stick around in? Is it something that like you can transmute, or is this something that you're going to end up like taking a break from this person, or moving on, or breaking up with them, or whatever this is for you, ending things with? Because it seems too like this is also encouraging you to be in more of a closed off space because of dealing with this energy. So I'm seeing like something needs to be dealt with here. Like I'm seeing even a notion of wanting to restore your faith in some type of way. But that would mean that like something would have to change, even if it's just your perspective of this situation. I keep seeing the eyes in all of the cards. Like, I'm seeing, like, eyes and higher knowing and, like, perception and the third eye. I'm seeing that all be very important. Yeah, you may actually be the one. You may be the one that's like, you know what, I have to speak up about this. I have to say this, even though you may be delivering some news that somebody may not be taking well. It's like, if you want to continue pursuing your happiness, you're recognizing that this is going to be a bit of a roadblock for you. So I'm seeing like some ending needs to happen and you're the one that has to call it out. You have to initiate this in order for you to go in a new direction. But it's something that like you may then be separated. Like you may perceive this like as some sort of loss, separating from this person, or there's a sense of loneliness, or like not wanting to deliver this information because you don't know how this person is going to receive it. I'm also hearing something about like kicking someone while they're down. Like maybe this person is not in a great spot, and you've also not said anything to them about like maybe not wanting to be as involved with them any longer because you like feel bad for them badly. And maybe you even feel like there's some sort of like social expectation for you to just be close with this person when you're not actually feeling that energetically. With the Three of Swords and the Nine of Cups and the Lovers, it looks to me like you are aware that somebody is like potentially going to be hurt or let down or something like that in order for you to actually have something that you want. So for some of you, this can mean like actually ending a relationship with somebody because you want to get involved with someone else. Because I'm seeing like even at like some point, like potentially another person being added to the mix, and it may be having you realize that somebody that you've been in, like I'm even seeing your eyes be open to a situation. It's like, for example, maybe you had been in a relationship and there had been certain things going on where you didn't feel particularly happy, but you weren't really seeing an out, and maybe you thought it was just how it was going to be and you were going to stick it out with this person, and then it's like another person enters into your life and like shows you something. And it could have been something that, like, it was not your intention to get involved with this person, but now you're like, I actually feel like we're really compatible and stuff like that. But it's like you have to end things with this first person prior to actually having what you want with this next person. Interesting that this is the direction that it went into, because I didn't really see it as being, like, a relationship and like a romantic relationship, but for some of you I'm seeing that's actually the deal here. And it's like in order for you to be in the dynamic that you want with this other person, you're gonna have to end things with the first person. But you may feel badly about that because like this first person that you're dealing with, they may like see you as like their only match or something like that, and it's like, you know, you're gonna have to like potentially even give them some heartbreaking news, but it's so you can have something that you think you want. Because I'm seeing it transitions from there. At first it's just you and this person, and then there are 3 people, and then we end with 2 people again. So it's like back to the beginning. And it seems even like something is renewed and changed, and it looks like you got out of a situation that that you were actually kind of stagnant within, which is interesting. I'm looking at Uranus and Gemini. Yeah, for some of you, like, in order to reconnect with this person, I'm seeing it's like, in order for you to, like, maybe even physically be with this, like, person that's now coming into the picture, or, like, to have, like, your fun with them, or whatever it is that you want, or, like, to hang out with them, or to just, like, be able to have a good time with them, whatever it is, you have to end something first. And it could be something that in the past that had, like, satisfied you in some sort of way, or you thought that it was, like, what you wanted. And now there's a sense of like needing to end this thing that like possibly at one point of time could have felt emotionally fulfilling, but now it doesn't feel like that anymore. So I'm seeing you like go towards something else, and it looks like it's another person to me. For some of you too, this can even be a partnership. It's like you've been collaborating with this one person, and like in the beginning it was working well, and now it's like you guys don't collaborate very well. There's a lot of like obstinance, and you guys are not really receptive and open to each other's energy. So you're like, I need something new. I need like, I'm hearing a fresh source. It's like maybe even something where you feel like you need to find a new muse in some sort of way, or like business partner, something like that. And it's like, and now you're finding like somebody else that you want to be joining the team, and you may be walking away from this other person. Like, even though at one time, I'm hearing thick as thieves. It's like maybe in the past you had been really close with this first person, but I'm getting like that's not what it's like anymore with them. I'm seeing like a drastic like change within the relationship. Almost where you guys, it's like one of those moments where like these 2 people are living together, but they don't even really interact with one another and talk to one another, but they still like stay in the same house. I'm getting even something like that with this first person. So yeah, if you want what you want, like with this new person that you're connecting with, I'm seeing like there definitely is going to need to be an ending. Like that's what's being guided prior to you like connecting or joining forces with this person. So it's like, handle your business, do what you need to do, and be honest about it is also what I'm hearing. All right, my friends, at 3003, we are going to end it here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.